Why would Europe, 2030, they are deciding to be subservient? Why would you do that? Why would the United States of America, which has oil, why are you going to do solar and wind? Why would Europe agree to be net zero in 2030 when they don't make a battery? They don't make a battery. So if they go 2030, they are deciding to be subservient to China, who makes the batteries. Why would you do that? Why would the United States of America, which has oil and natural gas, try to convert to all electricity? China does not have oil and natural gas. Electricity and electric cars make perfect sense to them. That is practical and logical.
My prediction would be that electric prices are going to be to the 2026 election what egg prices were to the 2024 election.
Trump has repeatedly said he wants total and complete control over Greenland, a semi-autonomous territory of NATO member Denmark, sending shockwaves through the transatlantic alliance. He has mocked European leaders, doubling down on his aggressive America First agenda. Trump publicly revealed French President Emmanuel Macron's private text in which Macron had questioned Trump's moves over Greenland. Macron, in a speech at Davos, warned that we are shifting to a world without rules and called US tariff threats fundamentally unacceptable, likening them to neo-imperialism. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen warned that Trump risked triggering a downward spiral in US-EU ties, promising an unflinching response. In a stirring speech, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney warned that the global order is facing a rupture, earning applause at Davos. At the EU Parliament, a Danish MEP used an expletive directed at Trump, bluntly telling him that Greenland is not for sale, before he was reprimanded by the chair of the European Parliament. Global leaders are pushing back, closing ranks against Trump's threats.
The very rapid spread of renewable energy around the planet is a real, true wild card. It's the thing that's changed, and it's why the Trump administration is fighting so hard. They understand the threat that poses to the oil industry and America's energy dominance schemes and all of that. We can't economically compete in a world where China gets a lot of cheap energy and we have to pay for really expensive energy. Any country looking at how we're behaving right now is got to be thinking to itself, I don't want to rely on America to supply my liquefied natural gas, my oil, whatever it is. America's too chaotic and undependable. I'd much rather depend on the sun, which has so far come up every day.